Hey everybody, I'm Dave Burnett, and I am just talking to you today a little bit about SEO for AI. And why am I talking to you about it? Because we did this for Encyclopedia Britannica, took them from 340 million page views to 510 million page views a month. And then also just did an experiment where we got found by AI in 24 hours. Thought we would share a little bit about this and talk to you a little bit. But I wanted to go over some fundamentals first, and hopefully that helps things just to keep things going. Here on the screen, basically what I've got is the main things that we talk about. So the first thing is your on-page visibility. Second thing is your off-page trust and authority. And the third thing really is your monitoring. So a couple different tools that you can use for all these different things. Now, traditional SEO is all about the three buckets that make up traditional SEO. The first one is technical SEO. The second one is content. And the third one is actually backlinks. So when you look back up here under framework, you've got two things that are important for your on-page visibility and one that's important for your off-page trust and authority. And so with that being said, we need to basically have good technical SEO so that people can find your site, so that the machines can understand your site. You need to have good content just so that the machine knows what you're talking about, but also hopefully some unique thoughts, some unique research, some different things that you have actually gone out there and done. That tends to be really good. And then the last thing is with your backlinks, hopefully what you've done is notable enough that other people will link to you and want to reference you in their online world and whatever it is that they're doing there. So those are the three key things. Now, the important thing to remember is, what do you do also beyond that? So there's another on-page thing that you want to do, which is your style. So the style of the content, think about how ChatGPT or the other machines reference you. They've got a particular style that they kind of talk about, and with that, you got to make sure that if you're a highly technical site, you're not using all these great big words. You want to make sure that it's easy for the machine to understand, and not only that, but the people to understand. So if you write more simply, basically you will get more people to read it, because even advanced readers reading something simple, not basic, but simple, is less cognitive load. So the smart people will get it. The people who don't read as well will get it. So you hit more of a broad audience. And then what you also want to do is you want to invest in your PR. PR is very important. Public relations, earned media is very important, both for backlinks, but also because then the machine knows who you are and who they can trust. Wikipedia, if you are a notable person or your company is notable, that's an entity. So your entity would be notable. And you kind of need to have somebody who's written about you. So if you think about it, like Elon Musk or Bill Gates or any of the President Trump or whoever, they have had articles written about them, not just about what they've done, not just having them quoted in different articles about their opinion on something because they're an expert in a particular field, but actually about them. That makes them notable. And so with that, you've got a bunch of different options. If you have that, you can get a Wikipedia page because the machines are trained on Wikipedia. So the odds are you will show up in their memory, in the core knowledge base of the models, if you get a Wikipedia page. The next thing is a knowledge graph. And a knowledge graph is a little bit harder to explain, but basically what it is it's how the facts about you and about your entity are interrelated. Dave Burnett, I'm based in Toronto, right? So think of that as I call it a triple, three things. This thing is related to this thing, basically, is the easiest way to think about it. So AOK Marketing is an expert on SEO for AI, right? Dave Burnett speaks about SEO for AI. Toronto is located in Canada. New York is located in New York State. I think you get the idea, but that's basically a graph of how things are related to each other. And that's really important for the machines to understand how to answer things about you. If they have particular information about you, is it true? What does it relate to? If you've got competitors in the space, are you listed on the kind of the top 10 competitors listings? Because then it knows to associate this competitor with this competitor with this competitor, that you're in the same conversation. And that's important for the machines to understand. And then the last thing is your directories. So directories are important because keeping your information the same across all the internet, across all the different websites, is important, because if, say, you moved offices or say you moved your house, whatever it is, if you've got some things with your previous address, some things with your current address, the machine gets confused and doesn't know what the source of truth is. It doesn't really know what the right answer is. So making sure that everything everywhere is the same is really important for building trust. So those are the 8 things that you've got. And so, starting with your technical SEO, your content, and your backlinks. Backlinks, if I didn't cover it earlier, are basically other sites linking to you. And then you've got your style, your PR, Wikipedia, knowledge graphs, and your direct. All these things together. And then what you do is you track. You got to understand where you are. So the first thing you do, go to limtel.com, and Limtel will actually have a free report for you to take a look at where you show up in the AI, different models. There's 17 different models right now. It might change in the future, but depending on when you watch this, but 17 different models showing different things. And then you can also look at Google Search Console, super important because that's Google's way of telling you what and how you're ranking, and then different other tools. So there's things like Page Speed Insights, there's schema.org, there's a few different things, and making sure that your core web vitals are good. So that's the fundamentals. That's all the different things that you need to do to start on your journey to get shown in AI. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.